Hello students, welcome to the class of third year of Computer and Information Technology. We are studying the CSS subject, that is client side scripting, and the subject code is 22519.
We will see today's video's learning outcomes. Today we will going to learn about frames. Frames is the topic of our fifth chapter. Our fifth chapter is regular expression, frames and rollover. So we will going to study about frames, means how to create horizontal frames, how to create vertical frames, or how to create mixed frames, means horizontal as well as vertical. Okay, now we will see it by one. First we will see what is frame. In the context of a web browser, a frame is a part of a web page or a browser window which displays content independent of its container, with the ability to load the content independently. Okay, means it is the context of a web browser. It is called as the frame. Means while creating a frame, we should not need for a new website. We can use in the same tab or in the same window. Okay, now what is frame set? Frames, border, columns and border color. The frame set element was used to create a group of frames which could be styled and controlled as a unit. Frames have been deprecated and should not. Now we will see some basic idea behind frames. Frame set element is a place of a body element in HTML. Then frame element is to create the frames for the content of the web page. Then the SRC attribute to identify the resources that should be loaded inside each frame. Then we are going to create different file with the contents for each frame. Okay, these are some basic concept for the frames. Now we will see some details about frame set and frame and SRC. Okay, frame set means a frame border, columns, border color. The frame set element was used to create a group of frames which could be styled and controlled as a unit. Frames have been deprecated and should no longer be used. Okay, now frame. In the frame there is a SRC name, margin width, scrolling, no resize, frame border, border color, means these are the attribute of that frames. The frame element was used to break a single browser window into a multiple independent browsing context. Frame have been deprecated and should not used by modern websites. Okay. So use the frame set element in the place of the body element in an HTML document. Use the frame element to create a frames for the content of the web page. Use the SRC attribute to identify the resources that should be loaded inside each frame. Create a different file with the contents for each frame. These are some basic idea behind the frames. Now the attribute tag specific attribute. The attribute is a frame border and the value for that attribute is a 0 or 1. It specifies whether to display a border around the frame or not, and its default value is 1. Okay, then long DSEC URL, it specifies a page which contains a long description of the contents of the frame. Then margin height, pixels, value is a pixel, it specifies the top and bottom margin of the frame. Margin width, pixel, then it defines the height of the margin between the frames. Name attribute value is a text, it is used to assign the name of the frame. No resize attribute value is a no resize, it is used to prevent resizing of the frame by the user. Then scrolling, value is yes, no or auto, it specifies the existence of the scroll bar for overflowing content. Then SRC is a URL, it specifies the URL of a document which we want to display in a frame. Okay, means according to this value we can use these different attributes in the frame. See here, let's look at a few examples of how this works, means how these frames are works. First we need a few HTML documents to work with it. So firstly we have to create 4 different HTML documents. Okay, the first document will save as frame_1.html, and the other 3 documents will have similar contents and follow the same naming sequence. Means first document is a frame 1, then second document is a frame 2, third document is a frame 3, and fourth document is a frame 4. So this is our documents for creating the frames. Firstly we have to save this as a frame 1, frame 2, frame 3 and frame 4, and these documents will be used in the actual frame set. So these documents contains the doc type, that is HTML, HTML tag, body tag, H1 tag means heading tag, that is frame 1, then contents of a frame 1, and slash body slash HTML means end of body and end of HTML. So using this document we can create a vertical column. Okay, so creating vertical columns, to create a set of 4 vertical columns we need to use the frame set element with the COLS attribute. COLS attribute means columns attribute. Okay, in this to create a set of 4 vertical columns we need to use that frame set. Okay, then this columns attribute is used to define the number of size of a columns the frame set will contain in the in this case we have 4 files to display, so we need our 4 frames. To create 4 frames we need to assign 4 commas separated value to the COLS attribute, means columns attribute, and then we make things simple. We are going to assign the value star to each of the frame, so it will cause them to be automatically sized and to be available space. So this is our HTML code. Wait, doc type HTML tag frame set COLS calls equal to star frame SRC file C users, and the path of that first document which we have already created. Okay, in the previous slide we have seen that there are 4 documents, we have created already 4 documents. So in this there is a first document means frame 1, then frame SRC equal to frame 2.html, frame SRC equal to frame 3.html, frame SRC equal to frame 4.html, and end of the tag, that is frame set, and end of the HTML tag. Okay, so we have to write here the proper path of our first document, which we have created already in this system. So after executing this code, we will get this output. See here, these are the 4 frames, and all these frames are according to the columns. Okay. Now creating horizontal rows. Rows of frames can be created by using the ROWS attribute rather than the COLS attribute as shown in the HTML below. Okay, we will see one HTML code, and what is the difference between this frame set of columns and frame set of rows. We can specify, or we can identify the difference. See here, this is the HTML code for that columns and rows. So this is the rows. Frame set rows equal to star, frame set frame src equal to frame1.html, frame src equal to frame2.html, frame src equal to frame3.html, and frame src equal to frame4.html. End of the frame set, end of the HTML. So here is the difference is only that we have to write here instead of columns, we have to write the rows instead of columns, ROWS rows. Okay, and after executing this code, we will see this output, means these frames are created horizontally. Okay, now mixing columns and rows. Columns and rows of frames can both appear on the same web page by nesting one frame set inside of another. To do this, we first create a frame set and then nest a child frame set within the parent element. Okay, here is an example how we could nest 2 rows within a set of 3 columns. So we will see HTML code. So this is our HTML code. Doc type HTML, HTML tag, frame set is equal to columns equal to 3 star, frame set is equal to rows equal to 2 star, then frame src equal to frame1.html, frame src equal to frame2.html, then end of the first frame set, and then frame src equal to frame3.html, frame src equal to frame4.html, and end of the frame set. So in this coding, we are using the frame set inside the frame set, means we have to create a frame set and then nest a child frame set with the parent frame set. Okay, so see here, we can see that after executing this code, we will get a mixing columns and rows, means this is also columns, and this is also frame 1 and frame 2 are in the means it is separated by rows, and frame 3 and frame 4 are the columns. Okay, formatting frame margins and borders. Now we have our layout defined. We can increase or decrease the margin between the frames and also remove the border between the frames if we wish to do so. Using the layout we created the previous step, let's remove the border between the 3 columns but leave the border between the upper and lower rows. Then we will see add some margin around the contents of the first frame. Okay, means also we have to add some margin in the contents of first frame. So we will see one HTML code for this example. See here, this is the doc type HTML tag, frame set is equal to row equal to 1 150 px means pixel. Frame set is equal to no resize src is equal to frame1.html, margin height is equal to 15. Okay. Then frame set columns is equal to 20%. Then frame set src equal to frame2.html. Then frame border is equal to 0. So again next frame3.html, frame border is equal to 0. Frame src is equal to frame4 html and frame border is equal to 0. End of the frame set and the end of the html set. So after executing this code we will get this output, means frame 1, frame 2, frame 3 and frame 4. So this is used by the margin height attribute, no resize attribute. The margin height attribute applied to the very first frame will add 15 pixel of a margin above and below the content loaded in the first name. Frame border value 0 removes the border from around and 3 frames are displayed. Okay, there is a 3 bottom frames. Now next is the targeting frames with links. The first step is making this happen is to assign the name to the frame where we want link to open. Using the layout we created just a minute ago, we would probably want to use the left hand columns for our navigation and the center column as our targeted frame. In order to do this, we need to assign a name to our target. Now that we have named the center column name is equal to mid column, we can create a couple of links in our left hand column source document frame document2.html and target the center column. Okay, now we will see how to targeting the frames with the links. We will see some HTML code. So this is our HTML code, and in this anchors can be formatted to target the specific frames by assigning a name attribute to the targeted frame element and using the targeted attribute within the element to the load the href is the targeted frame. Okay, means in this href is the targeted frame. So HTML code, the HTML tag, then body tag, then head 1 is equal to frame 2, then content of a frame 2, list, this is the list tag, and this list tag is in a href equal to frame1.html, target is equal to mid column, load frame1.html, end of the a, end of the list tag. So in the second that is href equal to frame2.html, target is equal to mid column, load frame2.html. This will print as it is, load frame 2, load frame 3, load frame 4. Then href equal to frame3.html, target is a mid column, href is equal to frame4.html, target is a mid column. This will load the frame 4. In this way we can use these these 4 frames in the program. So after executing this code, we can see here this window, means after clicking the load frame1.html, it will display that particular frame 1 window. If we click here load frame 4 html, it will display that particular window. Okay, in this way we can create a frame and we can link the frames to the one another. Okay, so
Thank you.